There's a moment every trader misses, but AI sees it long before you feel it. A subtle shift in your behavior, a tiny break in your discipline, a micro hesitation or a micro rush that exposes everything about your risk psychology. Most traders never realize how predictable they become when the stakes rise, but AI does. And once it detects your risk signature, it can forecast exactly how close you are to blowing up. That's the part almost nobody wants to hear, because it means your future failures are not random. They're patterned. And AI reads patterns the way you read candlesticks. The difference between the risk-smart trader and the risk-blind trader is not knowledge. It's not experience. It's not even skill. It's behavioral predictability under pressure. The risk-smart trader understands his own risk bias. The risk-blind trader avoids looking at it. One uses data to navigate, the other uses hope to survive. And when the market turns volatile, one adapts, while the other collapses. The uncomfortable truth is this: most traders believe they understand risk because they can calculate stop-loss levels or position size formulas. But psychological risk is different. It's invisible, it's personal, it's emotional, and it reveals itself through micro-behaviors you never notice. But AI does. It sees the speeding up, the hesitation, the overconfirmation, the impulsive scaling, the sudden urgency to get the account back to normal. Human eyes miss these shifts. AI never does. When we talk about risk-smart versus risk-blind, we're not talking about who reads more books or who has more indicators on their screen. We're talking about which trader can handle uncertainty without abandoning structure. Which trader can remain stable when volatility spikes? Which trader can allow the market to move without feeling threatened by it? Risk-smart trading is not safer. It's clearer. It removes emotional fog. It replaces guesses with behavior you can trust. And that trust is what AI evaluates when it categorizes your trading style. The risk-smart trader knows one thing the risk-blind trader never truly understands. Your risk tolerance is not a number. It's a pattern. It's how you behave when things go wrong. It's how quickly you abandon your plan. It's how easily your emotions hijack your logic. And because these behaviors repeat, AI treats them like a digital fingerprint. It maps your stress reactions. It tracks your emotional volatility. It monitors your consistency. And before you even realize you're slipping, AI has already labeled you high risk. That's why the risk-blind trader is always confused. He thinks he needs better strategies. He thinks he needs a magic entry point. He thinks he needs a new indicator or a guru or a secret formula. What he actually needs is awareness of his own behavioral bias. But he avoids looking inward because the truth is uncomfortable. He prefers noise over clarity. He trades to feel in control, not to follow a controlled method. And that single shift, from controlled to controlling, is precisely what causes blow-ups. The risk-smart trader moves differently. He respects volatility instead of fearing it. He expects uncertainty, so he designs rules that absorb it. He doesn't chase clarity, he builds it. He doesn't react to the market. He responds to his own process. His risk is predefined, pre-assessed, and pre-committed. And this is exactly what AI interprets as stability. Consistent behavior under stress is the strongest signal a trader can send. It says you're not guessing, you're not gambling, you're not emotionally fragile. You're predictable in the best way. The risk-blind trader, on the other hand, is predictable in the worst way. He becomes unstable the moment uncertainty rises. He widens stops. He squeezes entries. He changes size based on hope instead of data. He tries to fix losses through speed instead of strategy. These are the traits AI reads like flashing red lights. To an algorithm, instability is a pattern, not an accident. To the market, instability is an opportunity to take your money faster. Let's go deeper into behavior shifts. Most traders assume their blow-up comes from one bad trade. But AI knows it comes from a series of tiny behaviors stacking into a predictable collapse. You add risk after a loss. You remove risk after a win. You tighten when you should loosen and loosen when you should tighten. You deviate from your plan in the name of adapting. But AI labels it for what it is, a breakdown, and breakdowns are measurable. This is where the risk-smart trader separates himself. He uses data to reveal the behavior he cannot see. He reviews his emotional tendencies. He recognizes when he trades tired, excited, angry, or stressed. He knows when his conviction is real and when it's emotional disguise. He learns his own signals the way the market learns his footprint. And because he studies himself, AI classifies him as low risk. Not because he's perfect, but because he's aware. The risk-blind trader resists this. He wants trading to be simple. He wants to avoid self-analysis. He wants results without reflection. He wants freedom without responsibility. He trades like he's proving something instead of understanding something. And that's why his patterns betray him to AI before he even knows what went wrong. There's a moment that always reveals who a trader really is. It's the moment after a loss, not the big loss, not the dramatic one, just the small one that disrupts rhythm. The risk-smart trader pauses. He checks his data. He respects the shift. He recalibrates without fear. His actions remain aligned with his process. The risk-blind trader does the opposite. He feels threatened. He feels cornered. He feels offended by the market. He starts chasing. He opens trades that come from emotion instead of structure. He speeds up. He widens everything. And AI sees it instantly. Because once your behavior becomes unstable, your entire account becomes predictable. That's the part traders rarely want to accept. Your blow-up doesn't come from the market. It comes from the behavior AI saw long before you exploded. The behavior you ignored. The micro-patterns you repeated without noticing. The emotional fingerprints you left on every trade. And this brings us to the core truth. Risk-smart trading is not about being safer. It's about being consistent. It's about forming patterns that are stable under pressure. It's about eliminating emotional randomness so your future becomes predictable in the right direction. AI rewards stability. It rewards structure. It rewards traders who know themselves. And it punishes chaos disguised as confidence. Let's look at how each trader views risk. The risk-smart trader sees risk as the cost of clarity. The risk-blind trader sees risk as the barrier between him and the life he wants. One respects the danger. The other is controlled by it. One understands percentage probability. The other trades probability like a lottery ticket. One sees data. The other sees dreams. And dreams are expensive when executed emotionally. As the market becomes more algorithmic, these differences grow wider. AI intensifies volatility. It accelerates reactions. It tests your patterns. Modern markets are not random. They're reactive. And the trader who cannot maintain behavioral stability becomes the easiest target. This is why risk-smart trading is the future. Not because it's trendy, but because it's survivable. The more AI dominates the market, the more your behavior matters. Not your indicator, not your strategy, not your prediction skills, your behavior. You might think surviving a market blow-up is about luck. It's not. It's about patterns you repeat without noticing. Every hesitation, every impulsive entry, every revenge trade, every ignored stop. They all tell a story. AI reads that story better than you ever will. The risk-smart trader recognizes the story before it begins. He notices the subtle drift in his behavior. He tracks his emotional responses like metrics. He realizes the account doesn't fail him. His decisions fail him. He knows the triggers. He knows the sequences. He stops the pattern before it escalates. He sees the moment most traders call random and labels it predictable. Because to AI, your randomness is just another data set. And if you're not controlling it, AI controls the narrative for you. The risk-blind trader believes he adapts. He believes his gut is enough. He believes his intuition protects him. It doesn't. Not anymore. AI can see the speed of your responses, the consistency of your sizing, the rhythm of your exits. It can detect a breakdown before the account balance even reflects it. You're not anonymous. You're a pattern, and that pattern is already visible. Watch the difference. The risk-smart trader structures every move. He defines his risk and respects it. He doesn't chase trades. He filters, waits, evaluates, and executes. His patience is a weapon. His control is measurable. AI recognizes stability. It flags him as low risk. Not because he never loses. He loses. Everyone loses. But because he doesn't amplify risk emotionally. The risk-blind trader reacts. He reacts to price. He reacts to social media. He reacts to the last trade. He reacts to fear and hope in equal measure. His sizing expands when it should contract. His stops wobble. His timing slips. And AI sees it all. Every micro-movement is a reflection of instability. Every reaction compounds until the account finally collapses. You need to understand something crucial. The market is not the enemy. Your unstructured behavior is. The mistakes aren't in the charts. They're in your mind. The risk-smart trader internalizes this truth. He sees losses as information. He measures the triggers. He documents reactions. He knows exactly where he breaks and why. He treats this as data, not shame, not fear, not ego. And this self-awareness builds resilience that AI reads as predictability. The risk-blind trader never reaches this awareness. He blames external factors. He blames volatility. He blames timing. He blames luck. He blames everything except himself. And this is why AI predicts his blow-ups. Not because it's cruel, because it recognizes the same patterns repeating endlessly. Behavior is predictable. Emotion is measurable. Blindness is fatal. Let's zoom in on decision-making under stress. The risk-smart trader slows down. He double-checks conditions. He filters noise. He compares setups to his documented edge. He doesn't make impulsive adjustments. Even when the market spikes, even when volatility surges, he remains aligned with his predefined plan. And this is where identity becomes survival. AI doesn't just read trades. It reads you. It maps consistency, patience, and structure. It sees the difference between someone who can survive a crash and someone who will be wiped out. The risk-blind trader accelerates under stress. He trades faster. He over-leverages. He ignores structure. He abandons rules in the name of adaptation. And AI identifies this immediately. It recognizes behavioral chaos. It classifies him high risk before he can rationalize it. And the irony is brutal. He thinks he's being clever, but the system knows his next move better than he does. Look closer at how each trader handles risk. The risk-smart trader quantifies it. He predefines max loss, adjusts sizing, and follows a stop plan that aligns with both account balance and emotional bandwidth. He doesn't hope for luck. He doesn't react impulsively. He prepares. He reacts only within his plan. This creates stability. AI interprets it as intelligence. The risk-blind trader estimates it. He guesses. He hopes. He reacts emotionally. He extends a losing position because he feels a reversal is coming. He removes stops to ride out the move. He chases profit like it's a game. He confuses volatility for opportunity. And AI spots it all. Every impulsive choice creates a predictive signal. Every emotional decision is a warning. Here's the brutal lesson most traders avoid. Your account balance is not the measure of risk mastery. Your behavior is. How you respond to pressure. How you execute your plan. How you manage drawdowns. How consistent you remain when uncertainty rises. These factors determine survival. Not luck, not intuition, not raw strategy. The risk-smart trader survives because he builds a behavior shield. He strengthens his process. He maps his reactions. He aligns his identity with stability. He turns emotions into measurable signals. He treats trading like a system, a predictable system. And AI validates him. This is why he doesn't panic. This is why he doesn't chase. This is why blow-ups happen to everyone else, but not him. The risk-blind trader fails because he lacks this shield. He lives in hope. He lives in reaction. He thinks experience will save him. It doesn't. He thinks speed is an edge. It isn't. He believes chaos is normal. It's not. AI exposes the gap. AI predicts the collapse, and the market executes it. Let's bring it even closer to reality. The difference is subtle. It's a pause, a hesitation, a sizing adjustment, a reaction to news, a micro loss that would normally be shrugged off. The risk-smart trader sees the micro pattern. The risk-blind trader ignores it. That micro pattern compounds over time. It's what destroys accounts and builds legends. It's invisible until AI shines a light on it. You have a choice every trade, every entry, every exit, every position size, every moment under stress. Do you act with measured, predefined rules? Or do you act emotionally? The difference defines your identity. The difference defines your account. The difference defines whether AI classifies you as stable or unstable. Here's the truth nobody tells you. AI doesn't judge. AI doesn't cheat. AI doesn't care about your excuses. It only measures patterns. It only evaluates stability. It only rewards consistency. The risk-smart trader internalizes this. He uses AI insights to highlight blind spots. He adapts his behavior. He reinforces his identity. He prevents blow-ups before they start. He builds resilience. He grows his edge. The risk-blind trader ignores it. He reacts emotionally. He chases losses. He adjusts impulsively. He breaks pattern after pattern. And AI flags him. And when the account collapses, he's surprised. But AI was never surprised. It knew. This is the new era of trading. It's not about charts alone. It's not about indicators alone. It's about you, your patterns, your identity, your behavior under pressure, and whether you can see yourself clearly. The risk-smart trader sees himself clearly. He recognizes emotional triggers. He measures risk psychologically. He aligns every decision with a stable framework. He adapts without chaos. He survives. He grows. He profits. The risk-blind trader refuses to see himself clearly. He ignores the warning signs. He trusts feelings over facts. He reacts. He collapses. He repeats mistakes. And he wonders why the market is unfair. Your future as a trader depends on which path you choose. Do you become risk-smart? Or do you remain risk-blind? The market will not stop testing you. AI will not stop measuring you. And your behavior is already visible. Every micro-action, every emotional response, every impulse. The risk-smart trader becomes someone the market respects, not because he is faster, stronger, or luckier, but because he is consistent, because he aligns identity with behavior, because he turns risk into a measured tool, not a threat, because he adapts before the pattern becomes dangerous. The risk-blind trader becomes someone the market exploits, not because he is weak, but because he is predictable, because he ignores micro-patterns, because he lets emotion rule his decisions, because he reacts rather than responds. And now, after seeing this, the choice is yours. Every trade, every second, every micro-decision counts. You can measure yourself. You can build patterns AI respects. You can survive volatility. You can become risk-smart. Or you can ignore the signals. You can chase. You can react. You can remain blind. And your blow-up becomes inevitable. The risk-smart trader chooses clarity. The risk-blind trader chooses comfort. One builds identity. The other destroys it. One survives the AI era. The other becomes a statistic. The market doesn't forgive. AI doesn't forgive. But behavior does. And your choice today writes the account you'll see tomorrow. Unlock the mindset of top traders. Learn AI-driven trading psychology every week. Turn risky habits into consistent profits. Join the community that masters the market. Subscribe now and become a risk-smart trader.